What is up, Rage Heads? So, I got the idea to do this. Couple of reasons. First of all, it seems like when I talk about Rage, people get excited. There's a few other bands people get excited about too that I talk about. But Rage seems to be one of those bands for sure. And there was a commenter by the name of Sound Chaser. If that's not a Rage fan, I don't know what is. I believe this is somebody from Brazil. He kind of had an idea, recommended I do, a series of videos breaking down the albums and kind of dissecting them. And you know what? I think that's kind of a cool idea. If I had a better computer and, I could have some better options. There's this YouTuber actually from the Ukraine that's gone through a lot, but his name is Andriy Vasilenko or something like that, and he kind of does something similar with Metallica. He just kind of has a channel dedicated to Metallica and just pretty much overanalyzes everything about them, which is pretty cool. I always thought it would be cool if there was like another channel for like Rage or Blind Guardian or Gamma Ray or something that did something like that, but I don't know. Maybe I'll venture into that once I start getting a better computer, which I've got something picked out. Seems like my YouTube subscribers just keep building up, so thanks guys. The more that happens, the more I want to do this. So yeah, right now I'm going to go ahead and talk about Rage. So they've got like 26, 27, 28 albums. Just depends on what you want to call an album. Plus Refuge, there's an album under that, and then Avenger, which is what they started out as. And I got Metal Archives pulled up here. So they formed in '83, and they went from '83 to '86 as Avenger. They're considered power speed metal, lyrical themes, pseudo satanic humor. Yeah, they did the same thing Running Wild did, and a lot of even Blind Guardian was called Lucifer's Heritage in the beginning, even if they really didn't sing about anything evil necessarily. But so yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of glad they changed and became what they were. But so they only had an album and an EP, Prayers of Steel in 1985. And Depraved to Black, also in '85. So that's Prayers of Steel. This also contains Depraved to Black, also as a bonus, which I believe only has two studio songs and 2 live tracks is what I got on mine here. So, the reason why that they had to change their name, though, to Rage, and they couldn't keep Avenger, there was also this new wave of British heavy metal band called Avenger. Probably hard to see that, the glare. Yeah, Avenger. And they're a pretty good band, too. But originally, it says here that Rage actually almost called themselves Furious Rage. I kind of just like Rage better. It's just short and simple, But, so let's talk about kind of who started this band. So the members was Peter P.V. Wagner, George Michael on drums. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Maybe the J is more like Jochen Schroeder on guitars. Also, he passed away in 2021, unfortunately. We got Thomas Gruding on guitars. So that's Avenger. Back to the discography. Now, I'll give you my opinion. Prayers of Steel gets 72% out of 5 reviews. Let's see here. The first one, 80%. Prayers have been answered. That's not bad. It's a good review. Simple but nice German speed metal, 82%. Raging at the speed of adequate, I guess, 70%. A solid debut, 84%. This guy just puts a bunch of Z's like he's sleeping. 44%. That's Ultra Boris. He comments on a lot of stuff. I kind of agree with the overall score here, honestly. I think somewhere around 72% is probably what I would give this as honestly. I think it's a good start, but unlike, their fellow countrymen like Running Wild and Gravedigger, I kind of feel that Prayers of Steel is kind of bland for them. I can really get down with Heavy Metal Breakdown a lot more, and Gates to Purgatory and Branded and Exiled, by Running Wild a lot more than I can probably get into Prayers of Steel, even if there are some good tracks on here. I just feel like there's some great tracks, but then there's some pretty average tracks. I feel like there are some bands out there that don't do traditional metal very well. And I love traditional metal, and I feel like Rage is one of those bands, as far as 80s traditional metal goes. I feel like they seem to spark better when they play fast. I don't know why. Now, of course, they would do a lot of other things, lots of other things through the 90s that worked out really well. But as far as just a 80s, like, Accept meets Judas Priest type of sound, I feel they did better when they strayed away from that. And P.B. Wagner's got a great voice for this type of metal. He does. I mean, he's got a super high voice. I mean, really high. Just seriously, try singing to this stuff in the car. Like, I dare you. It's insane. But so let's see here. Let's talk about the songs on here. We got Battlefield, South Cross Union, Prayers of Steel, Halloween, Faster Than Hell. Is it Adoration or Aberration? I don't know. Rise of the Creature, Sword Made of Steel, Bloodlust, and Assorted by Satan. Which, interesting enough about that last track, Assorted by Satan, actually has a riff for Firestorm. They actually got the idea for the song Firestorm off of Missing Link. So that's kind of interesting. They just reused it for, just kind of felt like it was a wasted idea. I don't know. Now, okay. The songs that I really like. Battlefield. That kicks off really good. Like, this is a good song. Makes you think this is going to be a great album. I mean, it could be right up there with Heavy Metal Breakdown and Gates to Purgatory, just by the way it starts off. South Cross Union is also pretty good. Good chorus, some interesting guitar. Then Prayers of Steel, the title track, also pretty good. I think the chorus is kind of what makes that. Halloween's pretty good. Faster Than Hell's okay, and I feel like this is where it starts to get a little lost. Track 6, really all the way till till the last track, kind of starts to get lost to me. Like, they're good songs, they just don't have a whole lot interesting going for it. Whereas, like, an album like Heavy Metal Breakdown, I don't know if that's even a great example, because that's an album that I like and I don't know why I like so much. But I don't know. Or like Gates to Purgatory by Running Wild. I feel like the whole album has ideas that just, like, I don't know. It's just every idea on that album works out great, and they all contrast each other really well. This album just doesn't do that quite well, even if it is good. Now, let's see here. Depraved to Black. So we got Down to the Bone and Depraved to Black. Both songs definitely do more of a speed metal thing, and I like it. It's not bad, but you can kind of hear like that's the medium between Avenger and the first Rage album, because Reign of Fear by Rage is pretty well a speed metal album, with a couple of kind of more Avenger traditional metal tracks on there, but most of it is pretty well speed metal. You could definitely hear Depraved to Black going that route. Now, the songs on Depraved to Black are good. I wouldn't call them amazing. I think what they would do on Reign of Fear would outdo this for sure. Pretty much outdoes most of all the Avenger stuff, really. But, you know, like I say, it's a good start. I just think this is a band that just got better and better. And, you know, they got experimental and tried a bunch of different things, which I think is very, very cool. Now let's look at the Depraved to Black reviews here. The Not So Calm Before the Rage, 83%. So let's looking up for that. An early document of German speed metal, 72%. Classic European metal rarity, 85%. So it's relatively light. And so is the actual album too, but I don't know. I would kind of put it around 70%. I mean, the musicianship's good. The vocals are relatively good. Just some of the songwriting is just a little bit lacking. Production's pretty good. It's not bad. But what can I say? What can I say? That's about all I can really say about this album. And, you know, Avenger did actually do some demos too, like 3 in 1983 and 1 in 84 and 1 in 85, so interesting. But anyway, that's really all I got to say about Avenger. Nice start. They get a lot better. So we'll just continue with this Rageathon. So until next time, guys, stay metal. See ya.